Good morning, guys. Good morning. This is Free NBA Daily Bets daily podcast. My name is Eric. You can find all my official plays at Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, at Easy Money Wins. Again, on X or Twitter at Easy Money Wins. Yesterday was awful, guys. It's like the second worst betting day like in the NBA I've ever had in like the 5 years that I've been betting the NBA. Oh my gosh, it's the worst, absolute worst. I cannot stand those days. So annoying. Down negative 27 units in the NBA now, but it's okay, guys. It's a long season. It's really only down like 14 positions, something like that. So even though, I bet a lot of units per play, but it's really only down 14 positions. So, plenty of season to win it back. I've been here before. Like last year, I started out really great and like all the way into like January and February. And then like late January, I had like an awful day and I was like negative like 7. Like I lost like 60 units or something like in a matter of like a week and a half. It was awful. And then I bounced back. So it's fine, guys. Just got to bounce back. So we'll look at the card today. I haven't looked at it because I was like so pissed off yesterday. Not even gonna lie. So let's take a look at it right now and let's see what it's talking about. Okay, first game up, we got the Rockets, the Houston Rockets at the Toronto Raptors. Let's take a look at the Raptors depth chart because we always know they got a lot of injury stuff going on. So Scotty Barnes, Grady Dick, R.J. Barrett, Ochai Agbaji. Okay, looks like Jakob Poeltl's still out. Davion Mitchell's questionable. And Bruce Brown is out. Okay. So Poeltl's out, and we'll see about Davion Mitchell. All right, let's take a look at their schedule for the Raptors. I know they just lost to the... Who did they just lose to? The Nets. They just lost to the Nets. They're in the midst of a 6-game losing streak right now. They're at the Knicks on Monday. So they're kind of just doing so this is last game of like a really long homestand pretty much for them. And they've only won 2 games. But that was when everyone was healthy. So let's take a look at the Rockets. The Rockets got their shit together and smoked the Pelicans. This is the first of the back-to-back for them. So Monday, and it is also first of the back-to-back for Toronto. Sorry, it's Sunday, guys. So they're at Charlotte on Monday. So both teams are on the front end of a back-to-back here. Okay, that's good to know. Let's see what's going on with the injury situation for the Houston Rockets here. Let's see. Everyone looks good, except for Tari Eason. So the line's -8, -8.5 Houston. I agree with that. Just thinking it through a little bit deeper, let me just see how Houston's responded off of big wins on the road. Let's see. They haven't won a lot of games by margin on the road. The only game they won by margin was Chicago, at Chicago on Sunday, November 17th. That was the front end of a back-to-back. But all the other games, it's been against really good opponents, except for the Clippers. The Clippers, they won by 11 on the road. But all the other road games, like they haven't won by 8 or more, except for Chicago. And they played Detroit. They played San Antonio. They played some really good teams on the road, guys. They haven't played any slouches yet on the road. So this is kind of their first, not great opponent that they're playing on the road. So, especially with how my betting night went yesterday, I'm definitely going to wait and see if, Houston's motivated to come out and win these spots because I think I can only look Toronto. It's kind of difficult. Actually, it might not be difficult. Well, Fred VanVleet, he comes back to Toronto once a year now, so, Fred VanVleet will want to play well. I don't like betting the Raptors without Jakob Poeltl. Like, he's such a key guy for them down low. Without him, I get a little weird about it. So I'll stay off the side. I really want to bet Toronto. I really think Toronto's the right side, the front end of back to back. The over under is 224. It's just kind of hard to tell, guys, because Houston, like they like to go under, but then they just scored 133 points. But that was at home. So let's take a look here on the road. They scored 96. They scored 117, 93, 111. They went into overtime 2 times against Minnesota and Philly. So those games were going to go under. They only scored 100 against Milwaukee. They scored 143 against Chicago. Chicago's the fastest paced team in the NBA. Detroit's was at 99. They scored 107 against OKC. Man, it's so hard to tell with this team. I just don't think they're going to be interested in blowing a team out today. Now for Toronto, yeah, they've been kind of up and down too, guys. But Scotty Barnes is back. I don't think Scotty... Did Scotty play the last game against Brooklyn? Let me see. Scotty, did you play? Yeah, he played. He did play, huh? I'm most likely going to stay off that game, guys. I'm most likely going to stay off that game. I kind of lean the under 224.5 and the +8. Okay, next game. We have the team that is one of the reasons I am down from yesterday. Sorry ass Sacramento Kings. And like my advice on this, guys, is, let's see, this is the 4th game of a 5-game homestand for the Kings. Gosh, and oh my gosh, guys, I'm just like, this team is so freaking annoying. They literally were 13-13 off of like a little road trip, come home, lots of momentum. They put Malik Monk in the lineup, starting lineup. They figured things out, apparently. You're playing Denver the first game. They're not like in amazing form either. They're still trying to figure stuff out. You're up 8 with like 3 minutes to go, and then you lose the game by 1. Then you lose to the Lakers on Thursday. Okay, everyone has a bad game, but then you play the Lakers again yesterday. Like, it's time to bounce the frick back, man. Like, come on. Like, bounce back. Like, it's hard for teams to beat teams consecutively like that. Like, if you're the Lakers. And the Lakers aren't like some team in some like amazing form either, So, gosh, Kings, gosh. So now, let's see how many minutes they played yesterday. They play the Pacers today. Their next game will be Thursday. So they have 3 days off after this. Let's take a look. So De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk played, man, and Sabonis and DeRozan, they all played 37 minutes. That is crazy, man. So De'Aaron Fox was the biggest plus-minus at -11 on the team yesterday. It just has me, like, I didn't get a chance to see the game or the highlights yesterday, but it just, like, I know there's trade circulations, rumors with De'Aaron Fox right now, and I don't like that right now for this Kings team. I really don't. I don't like that noise. I really don't like that. I think it is affecting this team right now, subconsciously maybe. I think DeRozan might be affecting the team. Like, he's a different kind of style of play. Like, he likes ISO ball. So, man, I'm so annoyed, guys, because like this Kings team, I was trying to fade them last year, and then they overachieved again, which is like super frustrating. Like regular season wise, not in the playoffs. But then now this year, now they're like really showing what I thought they were 2 years ago and even last year. So I don't know. I have mixed feelings, and then I know like Mike Brown, the head coach, like I got a good feel for him pretty well, and then just this team. So like, I don't know. With all that said, they'd probably freaking win today, and it'll be like really, really damn annoying. So I feel like I need to put myself in timeout from betting the Kings because they just lost me like a crap ton of money the last 3 games. They're minus 2 point favorites. They're probably gonna play everybody because they got 3 days off and they're at home. They got three days off. They play at 3 o'clock today, West Coast time. They played at 3 o'clock yesterday, West Coast time. Let's take a look at the Pacers. They're off that big win in Phoenix. Everyone's healthy except for Aaron Nesmith, and Ben Shepherd is questionable. Okay. Let's take a look at their schedule. They play Golden State, I think, on Monday. I think tomorrow they play Golden State. Yeah, they do. So this is the first game of back-to-back for them. And then they're at home Thursday against OKC. So they're on a 3-game winning streak. They won at Philly. They beat New Orleans at home. That's not saying much. And then they beat Phoenix. And they lost to Charlotte the game before that, before Philly. And they beat Chicago before that. And they had like a 4-game losing streak before that. So they're playing better. I don't know if we can trust the Pacers' success right now. Like, I don't know. I don't know. This team usually doesn't handle success well. Usually they have some success and then they start losing and then they win and they lose. It's kind of their pattern. So they finally have some success going right now. It's their second 3-game win streak of the season. Siakam's been playing really well. Halliburton's been facilitating a lot throughout this little 3-game win streak. And obviously there's the angle Halliburton got traded from Sacramento to Indiana for who? What, Sabonis it was? So there's that angle as well. Let's take a look at the over-under. Over-under's at 237. The line's -2. So, man, Kings probably win this game, guys. I'm going to look at some quotes. I'm probably going to bet the Kings again. Probably going to bet the Kings again, guys. I'm that crazy. I'm that guy that will lose betting a team like 3-4 times in a row. And if I still think that there's value and I still think that like the house isn't on fire, in which people may think the house is on fire with the Kings, that's fine. Like I'm going to take a look at some post-game quotes from last night from the Kings. And then I might bet the Kings again. Screw it. Like, if I think there's value there, I'll bet the Kings again. I'm that crazy. So, okay. Next game, we've got the Denver Nuggets traveling to the New Orleans Pelicans. And let's take a look at the injury report for the Denver Nuggets. Nuggets. Christian Braun. Christian Braun is the only guy on there. It's probable. So everyone else is good to go for the Nuggets. Okay. So they're ready to go, playing the trash-ass Pelicans. Let's see if this is a front game of a back-to-back for them. I think it is. I think I already said who they're playing tomorrow. No, they're at home versus Phoenix on Monday. Okay. New Orleans. They played last night. They lost me money. They're part of the reason why I had an awful day last night. They win the first quarter, first half. Of course, I did not bet the first quarter, first half. And then they fall the F apart. Fall the F apart, man. Like, gosh, it's just... I mean, that's what they do in the second half. I'm not like that surprised, but it's like, how can you start the first half so well all the time at home? And then you just always fall apart. Like just start the second half like you start the games. Just come out and play amazing. That's what the Pelicans do. Always play amazing at home. And then in the second half they always make it interesting. But now they're just like falling apart in the second half. Okay, let's take a look, guys. Trey Murphy played 38 minutes. Everyone else played 33 or 32 for the starters. So I expect a lot of them to play today. They've been off the injury list for a while. They should be all good to go. Herb Jones was the only guy with the +4 plus minus. They shot 12 of 34 from three-point land, 35%. That's not terrible. So what's wrong with the Pelicans, man? Well, they turned it over 19 times. That's going to lose you games. Turning the ball over 19 times. And then the Knicks shot 40% from three. Okay, so they just shot better. Yeah, they just shot better overall. Yeah, you can't shoot 41% from the field. Okay, well, we know this. The Pelicans can't score. So let's take a look at the spread. Plus 9.5 Pelicans. Jeez. I can't stand this, guys. I can't stand this. It's like, why do I want to bet the Pelicans? Why? Why do I want to bet the Pelicans, guys? Why? Telling you right now, Pelicans plus 9.5 is probably the right side. Over-unders at 232. Over-unders 232. Let's take a look at that really fast. Well, it's just so strange because Denver freaking, they're just, let me check Denver's pace the last, 10 games because they're just scoring crazy. And, it's really kind of different because Malone is the head coach for the Nuggets. He's such a defensive guy. He always preaches defense. Denver's been an under team the last couple of seasons, and the Nuggets are second in pace in the last 10 games. Second in pace, guys. That is wild. It's just wild thinking about that. I don't know what the philosophy change was for. And it's not like they're playing fast teams. They're playing slow teams. They put up 124 against Portland. They put up 120 against LA. The Clippers are slower paced team. Their games are going all in the 120s. Literally, I see a 120 in every single game. I guess I could only look over there. That short number. Pelicans will be tired. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I think I'll stay off that game. So, yeah, that's the show, guys. I appreciate the support. I'm really sorry if you guys bet all the plays I did yesterday. I'm really sorry. But like I said in the beginning of the NBA season, I did a post on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. And I said, hey, this is the NBA roller coaster. There's going to be amazing days. There's going to be some awful days. Yesterday was awful. That's just what it was. But there's no panic with me at all. I bounce back. I always bounce back. I always end the year profitable. So if there's any time to bet me, now would be a great time to bet me because you're going to catch me on the upswing most likely. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I have. Thought there was something else I want to say. Maybe not. Okay. But, yeah. With high volume betting, I'm a high volume bettor. I had 25 plays out yesterday, right? High volume betting, there's a lot of swings up and down. If you don't want to bet the first quarter, first half, I understand. Just bet the totals and the full game spreads or money line bets that I play. And then that'll be less volume for you. So that will protect your bankroll. So, but okay, guys, that's it. That's all I got. I'll get it back. I'll bounce back, guys. I always do. So I'll see you on the next show.